Family, welcome to Trilogy. We're your hosts. I'm e.red, I'm Gator, and I'm the OG, Uncle Earl. Now I know you're thinking to yourself, what's Trilogy? Well, it's exactly what it sounds like. The truth in real time. Absolutely. That's right. And we take you inside the music, inside politics, and inside society in general. Absolutely. Now, like we said, Trilogy is all about you. So if you want to appear on Trilogy, hit us up at info@portcitymediagroup.com. And now, e.red takes us inside the music family with master audio engineer Jay Brown. Alright family, welcome to Inside the Music Trilogy. It's your big brother e.red, and today I want to introduce you to somebody very special to me, man. Master audio engineer Jay Brown.
What's up, man? Nice to see you.
You laugh for what I say, master. How that feel? How that feel?
Nah, it feels weird. Yeah. You know, I've been doing this a minute, so I appreciate the compliment.
Absolutely,
but you know, every day is a learning experience. Every day is new and different. And that's what keeps it interesting and keeps it and keeps my focus going along. So it's always fun to say, master.
Hey man, I mean, since I've known you, and for those of you who don't know, Jay was one of my professors in school. So a little bit of skills I got on this type of deal, I get from him in a, and I appreciate that, man. But man, since I've known you, and you're real humble, and you don't name drop, you're not into that, and I appreciate that, because that's odd nowadays. You don't see that, man. But just bring everybody up at home, just tell them about yourself, some of your achievements, artists you work with, you can name whatever you want, or don't name whatever you want, however you comfortable.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Jay Brown, welcome to what I call Studio A380. It's my little version of the spaceship. I'm not quite on the level of space yet, but we getting there. We're flying in luxury A380 room.
I know that's right, baby.
But no, I'm an audio engineer. I'm a freelance audio engineer, mixer. I don't do everything. I specialize in the mixing, in the audio mixing, and in the post world. Yeah. So we met while I was teaching at Atlanta Institute of Music.
That's right.
I taught there for a couple of years, and when my schedule got a little bit more in demand, I had to kind of step away from my teaching role and just go back to work.
Yeah.
So yeah, accomplishments. I worked with a little bit of everybody. Major, indie. I'm not the huge name dropper.
Right.
So you can look my credits up. I can say that I worked on the TV show Greenleaf.
Okay.
This is my second season. Running the music for that, not running the music, but engineering the music. So a good relationship with Lionsgate and OWN networks. So yeah, man, just keep myself busy. Keeping myself
good
busy.
Relationships to have, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And I know, back then, when you was getting a lot of work in too, when you was still teaching us. I remember times you came to class from an all-night session.
Yeah.
You know, I remember them days, man, and you know, I appreciate you being humble and you know, telling everybody at home about yourself, man. But dude, you've been for a long time in the right place, working hard, and that's one of the main things you taught us. I know that's what got me through.
Yes.
You know, man, that hard work and some of the stories you shared with us, you know, personally, and you know, some as a class, you know, that hard work, man, you're not gonna get away without it.
Yeah, you got to. In this business now and in these days, my opinion only would be that everybody would look at the music business as a. Well, I grew up. My big days were in the '90s, right? That's when I really grew up. So I'm dating myself a little bit. So in the '90s, everybody was, "Hey, I'm gonna be a ball player. Get out the hood, or to get out of my situation. I'm gonna be a ball player. I'm gonna go to the NBA because that's the easy ticket. Everybody can play ball. I think I could do it. Be one of 300 people in the world to play NBA ball, baseball, football, whatever kind of ball it was, to get out of that situation.
Right.
And sometimes I see that here in present day in the music business, where they say, "Oh, I can just go to school, learn how to do yin yang yang, and I can make it." You know, this business, as with any business, there's no shortcuts. There's no easy way ins. There is no instant gratification. Even from being an artist, a lot of people come in to say, "Oh, I just need to go to a dope studio, find me a good engineer who can run the Pro Tools and things, and I'm gonna have a hit and travel the world." It's not an instant gratification. It's not an instant return business. You got to put some time in.
We appreciate truth. That's what Trilogy all about. Truth, man. Break it down for us. You know?
I adopted a theory of hard work. So whatever I did, free or not, I learned something from it. So every session that I sat in, I learned something from it, and I went back on my own time and developed that.
Right.
And when I did get paid for a mix, $50, $100, no dollars.
Right.
I did it the best I could, and I learned from it. So the next time, I could make it easier, or learn something from it and make my mixes sound better, my vocals sound better, my instruments sound better. So it's a
continual process.
Continual process.
That's what's up. And you know what? You know, when I got out of school, when I graduated, and you know, you guys pointed me in a lot of good directions. You know, and I interned at a few studios, big name studios, quote unquote. And you know, when you got a passion for something, that's the way you want to go about it all the time. You know, so when I went into those studios, there were times that I'd be in a 12-hour block and we might do 45 minutes worth of recording music, period, the whole 12 hours.
Right.
You know, but with that being said, it's a lot of good young engineers out there, you know, the ones that's actually going to stick, because you're going to always have your number that stick and your number that don't.
Right.
And the ones that's going to stick, when they find themselves in that environment, because there's been times, man, I found myself in an environment, I had to question myself, is this really where I want to be?
True.
You know, so, you know, how do you tell them how to handle that, or discern from, is this even a good or bad situation to be in? And if so, how do I go about it? How to handle it? Because I think for a new engineer going into that, you know, the atmosphere for the first time, it could be overwhelming if that's something that you're not used to, something you hadn't seen before, or had a whiff of it from somewhere, man.
If there's anything for the young guys that compromises their integrity as a person, as a man, as a woman,
Yes.
Something disrespectful, something that just doesn't sit right with you, it is okay to get away from that situation for your own safety and well-being, right? Now, there are the engineers who love the social interaction, and that's okay to be social, to be involved, to be vibing with your clients. I wouldn't be in a session like that, sitting there while everybody's doing whatever they're doing, drinking, having fun, and me sit there at the console like, "Hey guys, are we gonna work?" That just would ruin the vibe between my client. Now, I may sit in the room, They might want to listen to loud music, XYZ. Maybe I can calmly and professionally excuse myself.
Right.
Hey guys, if you need me, I'm going to be right out there working on my next project. So just, just holler at me when you're ready to go.
Right.
98% of the time, like, hey man, cool.
Yeah.
But if there's guys that, something's going on in the room that you don't feel comfortable with, it's okay to, at the right time to say, hey, pull them aside. Don't call them out in front of people. Pull them aside, bring them vocal. Say, hey man, look, man, I feel you. You're gonna do that, but if that's gonna continue, man, I might not be the right fit for you, man. And I'm gonna get you somebody that's gonna be able to. That's gonna bring so much respect between artists instead of you just saying, man, I'm just gonna walk out, because you never know where that artist in that group, where you're gonna meet them next.
Right.
So, as a matter of respect and kind of, hey, cool, I can't help you right now, but I'm gonna find somebody who's gonna be able to help you.
Absolutely.
And that could be that intern's chance to shine.
To sit down and get down.
And
right.
you know what I mean. So it's a very slippery slope. But if you handle it professionally, and again, we're talking experience here.
Exactly.
I have that experience in the corporate world. In my young days, I made some mistakes.
Absolutely.
So I've learned from them. So when something comes up like that, I can say, hey, yeah, this is not comfortable for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I would explain the long way.
No, but I mean, that was a good explanation though, because it explains everything. A lot of times, man, you have to hear it, and you have to hear it being walked through. They grab the concept. I'm like that. I got to really hear what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Break it down for me. Don't you know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? No, I don't know what you're saying. Break it down for me, man. So, man, look, Grammy Award winning. You've been doing this for years, man. I mean, years. Just like you said, it's taken you those 10 years, but you were still in it way before then. So you've seen music change.
Yes.
So what do you think is the state of music nowadays? And I'm just talking about across the board, not popping no genres, but where's the state of music nowadays versus where it was? Is the talent pool, or is it not about the talent pool? Where is it? And what's the state of music right now?
The state of music right now is good. The business can be debatable, but at the same time, it's good. It's in a good place. It's creative. You can say what's creative and what's not. That's an argument for, the barbecue on the 4th of July. There's some tremendous talent. There's some tremendous creativity, and that's what I believe the industry needs.
Yeah.
But to piggyback on what I said earlier, this is not a quick return business. The business has a way of telling you if it wants you or not.
Okay.
So for me, the way I developed this theory is every time that I thought about quitting, and I thought about, today's the last day. I'm going to hang it up. Out of 6 months, out of getting no work. Today is the day. I'm just going to see what happens. And on that day, every single time, something came through. So the business has a way of telling you if it wants you or not.
Okay.
You just have to be able to see that.
Yeah.
You're gonna owe some bills. You're gonna be behind on some payments sometimes.
Yep.
But if you can stay the course, doing things the right way, the business will kind of say, you know what? No, you need to come on back.
Come on in. Yeah.
Come on in. Or it's a cutthroat thing. It'll say, nah, bro.
Push you aside.
It'll push you aside. The music business and the music industry are two different things, but they're the same. But you treat them both as living, breathing organisms, and you respect them as such. Yeah, man. It'll tell you if it wants you or not. I wouldn't be here if I didn't feel that the business wanted me. Yeah. It may not be where I wanted to be, but there's a place for everybody.
Exactly.
Instead of it being an artist out front, what's wrong with being a producer in the back? What's wrong with being an engineer in the back?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You're still doing. I wake up doing stuff that I love.
Absolutely.
So,
and that's when it turns into a situation where it's not a job.
right.
I'm doing what I love for a living.
Exactly.
You know, not a lot of people can say that. You know, man. So, hey, well, thank you, man. Thank you for having us in, man.
Yes, sir.
Let's come into the lab and check it out, man. And we appreciate you dropping them jewels on our audience at home. For all you guys that's trying to become engineers or you're thinking about it, you getting it right from the source, man. This man here, experience. We appreciate you, brother.
And part 2 coming soon, I guess.
Absolutely. Coming real soon.
Drop them
this
questions.
The man right here. Drop them questions. That's right. And tell them where they can follow you at, man. You know what I'm saying?
You can follow me on Instagram, Lighthouse Music, LITEHOUSEMUZIK. Pardon the bad spelling. But Lighthouse Music on Instagram and Jay Brown on Facebook.
Absolutely.
Hit me up. Let me know.
There you have it. Master Audio Engineer, Jay Brown.
Thank you, sir.
My mentor, my homeboy. And this has been Inside the Music. We'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
It's the OG. And this month on Uncle Earl's Families and Charities, we spotlight Over Everything. Over Everything is a family show based around motivation, recognition, and education. Started by Sarah and Elton Potts, they invite you into their homes and while entertaining you, cover everything from current events to tips and tricks that make everyday life a little easy.
And the moral of the story is do whatever you can for your mom, as crazy as it sounds.
Tune in every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern, facebook.com/overeverything1. Family, welcome back. We hope you enjoy Inside the Music with Master Audio Engineer Jay Brown. That's right. And join us for the next episode as we break down the truth on social injustice and its lasting effects in our community. That's right. And don't forget, if you want to appear on Trilogy, hit us up at info@portcitymediagroup.com. That's right. Well, family, that will do it for this episode of Trilogy. We hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, keep God first and keep it in your own lane.